All right, guys, we just got done placing the missing windows in the project. We're now going to go back and do what I said that we were going to do originally, and we're going to take the data that's in our room objects and we're going to put that in it looks like an Excel spreadsheet, but we're going to put that information in the schedule. So on the View tab, come over and click on Schedules, click on Schedules and Quantities, and we'll give it a second here. Hopefully it takes less time than the last time. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Famous last words. It's taking a little longer than I anticipated bringing the scheduled dialog box up. There we go. All right. So we want a new schedule. I'm going to scroll down in the list until I find rooms. One too far. There it is, rooms. Click OK. The very first thing that we're selecting here is what's all the information that we want to show in these schedules. Well, it's going to be a little of everything here. We're going to start with what level the room is on. So we want level. Then we want number, and that's the room number right here. So you can either click on the green arrow to add the parameter in the list that gets scheduled, or you can just double click on it and it'll send that item over there. The next item we want is the name. I'm going to scroll up. I want the room area in here, so double click on area. Then I want the floor finish, then the base finish, and then the wall finish, and the ceiling finish. So these are the items that we're going to actually display in our schedule. So I'll just click OK. And hopefully we've got this wonderful thing happening here. Now if we look at our room schedule, if we look at our room numbers, there's nothing here that says that it makes any sense in terms of order. So we actually need to modify our schedule property so that our rooms appear in the proper order. So I'm going to scroll down in my object properties dialog and come down here to sorting and grouping. Click on edit. I want to sort by number. Everything else here I want to leave blank. I'm also going to come back and click on the filter tab, which is the exact same thing as clicking on this edit filter button right over here. I want to filter by what level these rooms happen on, and right now I want to filter out and show only what happens on the room objects that are on the ground floor. I'm going to click on formatting. I want to highlight all of these because I don't like my text in these schedules to be left justified. I like them to be center justified, and every place that you work at is somebody's going to have a rule that says I like it one way versus another. So you do what the people who are paying you tell you to put on the drawings. That's the way that it works. So I'm just going to highlight everything, and I'm going to change my alignment from left to center. Click on nothing so that I can sort of reset my object selection. My level, my field for level, all it's telling me is whether or not the room is on the ground floor or on the second floor. Excuse me. I want this to be a hidden field, which means that Revit is going to use this information to generate the schedule, but it's not going to show us this information. I'll show you why this is important here in just a moment. And then under appearance, I want an outline, and I want that outline not to be a thin line, but a wide line. And that just means that there's going to be a big fat line that runs all the way around the perimeter of the schedule when we put the schedule on a sheet. And my title text, instead of schedule default, I want that to be 1/4 inch Arial. I just want a big bold text at the top of the title. Embedded schedule is something that we're not dealing with. There are ways to make that work, and quite honestly, I haven't had the chance to play with it a whole lot, so I'm a little fuzzy on actually how to make it work. So we're done with everything in this particular schedule, so I'll click OK. Now, the section over here on the far left that said what level the room was in, that's gone now because we told Revit it was a hidden field. Now our room numbers are in order, and now we can just type in whatever information that we wanted to. Now up here where it says room schedule, This is now the ground floor room schedule. So I'm going to come up here, highlight the whole thing, and say ground floor room schedule. Yay! There we go. Okay. Now if I scroll down in my project browser, you'll see I have a section here for schedules and quantities. If I expand that, here's my ground floor room schedule. I want to make a duplicate of this and turn it into my second floor room schedule. So right click on the view here over in the project browser, come down to duplicate view and create a duplicate. Now I have ground floor room schedule and ground floor room schedule copy. It's a great, what does that get me? So well, hold on a second. Make sure that my copy is my active view. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to take the copy out and change ground floor to second floor. So now we've relabeled it, but we still haven't changed the parameters for the filter. So I come down here in my object property window, click on edit filter. Okay, that's a neat little trick. I'm going to have to remember that. We want to filter by level, so what we're filtering by, the field that we're using is still accurate, but instead of filtering by showing me the rooms that only exist on the ground floor, we want to show only the rooms that exist on the second floor. And we click OK. And now all this data is now reflecting that information. So we have a ground floor room schedule and we have a second floor room schedule. And they're all ready to go. Yay! And to help keep the length of these videos down, because it takes a while to process and to upload and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be the end of this video. In the next one, we're actually going to be putting the data in for all the various finish information. So we'll see you guys in a second.